Thomas Wolfe said, "You can't go home again." But I guess Thomas Wolfe never lived in Brighton Beach, New York. I'm not the writer that Thomas Wolfe was, but I would have written, "You don't have to go home again, but if you want to find out who you are, you have to find out who you were." The winters were bitter cold, 2 blocks from the Atlantic Ocean, in a house that never had enough heat. But at 22, you've got your dreams to keep you warm. My name is Eugene Morris Jerome, and this is my story.
For a walk.
It's freezing. Are you crazy? You're just getting over the flu.
I'm over it. What are you worried for?
Where are you going?
To the library. I have nothing to read.
It's 6 o'clock. The library is closed. Eugene has a million books upstairs.
He doesn't have a book about Trotsky.
You just finished a book about Trotsky.
One book doesn't cover Trotsky.
What do you got in the bag?
Where?
In your hand, that's where.
Nothing. What? Nothing. It's garbage. I was going to throw it away.
I'll throw it in the trash for you.
Stop treating me like a child. I'm your father, and I'll do what I want. When I'm dead, you can treat me like a child.
There's something going on here. You'll never go for a walk at 6 o'clock. If
Katie,
there's something in this bag that's important, you tell me, and I'll bring it there myself.
I want some respect.
Get in here. It's freezing out there. Get in. Hurry.
No, Katie, don't.
What is this? Is this your bed sheet? Where are you taking it?
The Chinese laundry. They never close. I want it back, please.
You soiled your sheet. You didn't want to tell me. I've been washing your sheet since I was 10 years old. So, you had an accident. It's all right, Papa.
At nights, I've had accidents. This is the first time in the daytime.
So, what else have I got to do with my time? Take your coat off. I don't want you sick again.
Not a word. Promise me. I couldn't stay there if the boys knew.
The boys? Who sees the boys? I forgot what they look like.
I was rushing home to tell Mom the biggest news of my life. Mom! Mom, where are you? Mom!
Don't yell in the living room. It's bad luck.
Why are you sitting in your coat?
I was going out. Your mother changed my mind.
Well, you're better off, Grandpa. It's 10 below zero. I saw a man kissing his wife on the corner. They got stuck together. Mr. Jacobs, the tailor, is blowing hot steam on them.
2 people got stuck?
It's a joke, Grandpa.
That was a joke? Oh, what kind of a joke?
I made it up. It's not really a joke. It's just funny.
To who?
To me.
Well, if it was funny to you, what are you telling me for?
My grandfather had totally no sense of humor, but everything he says I think is funny, except when he tries to be.
What kind of an animal wears a zipper?
A zipper? I don't know. What kind?
A horsefly. Now, that's a joke, not two people getting stuck together. You understand?
Yes, Grandpa.
What kind of a fish? Hey, listen to me. What kind of a fish sings an opera?
A fish who sings an opera?
Yeah.
I give up.
A halibut.
A halibut? Sings an opera?
I got it wrong. I thought it was a halibut, but it doesn't sound right.
Mom, I have to talk to you.
What are you eating an apple for? I made chocolate pudding.
It's not a fatal combination, Mom. Where's Pop? I have to talk to everybody.
I don't think you'll be home for dinner.
Again? That's twice this week. So what'd you set his place for?
To hell with him. That's what I set his place for.
Does a mackerel sound right?
Don't work on it, Grandpa. It's funnier the way it is. What's wrong with Mom? Did she and Pop have another fight?
None of my business.
You know what's going on. She talks to you. You can tell me.
She used to talk to me. Doesn't talk to me anymore.
Well, she's been snapping at everyone lately.
She was always like that. As a child, she could shut off for a month.
I can't picture her as a girl. Was she really supposed to be such a good dancer?
I only saw her dance once. I didn't like to go to those places. She used to win cups at that dance place.
The Primrose Ballroom.
Place near Long Beach.
The Primrose Ballroom.
Big dance place in those days. The Primrose Ballroom.
Right. She once told me she danced with George Raft.
She once danced with George Raft, the movie star. Only he wasn't a star then. Just a greasy-looking kid used to go around to the different ballrooms to pick out the best dancer. She's 15, 16 years old then. Not pretty. She was never pretty, but she was graceful on her feet.
Why didn't she ever turn professional?
She had the accident. Burned half the skin off her back. 12 girls died in that fire. The owner of the shop went to jail. No ventilation, no back door. She couldn't walk for a year. Never went down to the beach again. Not with a back like that. Her sister Blanche was the beautiful one. Boys used to line up outside the door just to look at her. But Blanche couldn't dance a note.
Here's your medicine. Where'd you go?
To look for my medicine.
What are you two talking about?
About when you used to dance with George Raft.
Oh, you see, Pop, he still doesn't believe me.
Your mother used to cook like that.
Ma, you know, someday I'm gonna write a movie starring George Raft. He goes into this club, takes your hand, and dances a tango with you.
Make it a foxtrot. I did the foxtrot better.
What was the name of that place where you danced?
The Primrose Ballroom.
That was it. The Primrose Ballroom.
Oh, where's Stanley? Pot roast is almost dry.
Mom, listen, I have to talk to you. I have spectacular news for this family.
What family? You see a family in here?
Would you just sit down a minute, please?
I feel worse now from the medicine.
Grandpa, sit down, please.
A bass.
What?
A bass. That's the name of the fish that sings an opera.
Oh, you mean a bass?
It's spelled B-A-S-S.
Never mind. What do you want to tell us?
Okay, you ready? I wish to announce that your youngest son, Eugene Morris Jerome, is getting married.
You're not even going with anyone.
I had lunch with her. We even ate from the same chopsticks. We talked about philosophy, literature, sports. We're perfect together. I want to bring her to dinner next week to meet the family.
It's been a long time since this family ate together.
On a Sunday. Everybody's home on a Sunday.
Oh, we'll see. Who knows what'll happen by Sunday. Put this in the laundry for me. I'm sure she's a very nice girl. But eat from your own chopsticks.
She never turned down a chance to cook for someone before. What's going on, Grandpa?
Stop telling jokes and listen once in a while. You'll learn something.
Mr. and Mrs. Lutzy. How are you? Sorry. Gene! Are you up there? Mom! Grandpa! Where is everybody? Mom, I have such good news for you.
Everybody's got good news, and I've got a dried up pot roast. Sit down, it's dinner.
We haven't got time, Mom. We'll take a sandwich later. Gene!
Don't yell in the kitchen. It's bad luck.
No, it's not. Gene!
What do you mean, no dinner?
We've got to get right to work.
I've been cooking since 2 o'clock. What am I, a slave here?
What's up?
Sit down, all of you.
Mom, please, we've got to get right to work. No calls for us. Take a message. We may be up all through the night. Come on, let's go. We're wasting time.
What is it, another war?
You mind telling us what this is about?
We got a job at CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. What? I can't believe how much I did today. I was running all over town. I met everybody. I was on the executive floor, long hallway, pictures of every star in the history of CBS. Jack Benny, Arthur Godfrey, Edward R. Murrow.
You met them?
No, they're pictures. There's too much to tell. I'm excited. I'm still shaking. Come on, we got work to do. I met Abe Burrows on the elevator. Abe Burrows, the greatest comedy writer in the business.
Tell me everything. What kind of job did we get? When do we start? How much do we get paid?
I didn't discuss details. If they like the sketch we bring in, then they'll hire us.
If they like the sketch, then they'll hire us. So it's not a job, it's an audition. You made it sound like we're leaving for Hollywood tomorrow.
We discussed Hollywood. I said we were prepared to move on a minute's notice.
CBS asked if we were willing to go to Hollywood?
No, I brought it up so they would know how we felt. Gene, you have to have confidence when you talk to these people. That's why I introduced myself to Abe Burrows.
You introduced yourself?
In the elevator. I said, Mr. Burrows, the greatest thing that could ever happen to me in my life is to work as a writer on your staff. And he said, good luck, kid. He got off on the 12th floor.
He just said good luck? You made it sound like you had lunch with him or something.
Did you talk to Abe Burrows?
That's not exactly talking to Abe Burrows. That's like the Pope waving to you at the Vatican.
Gene, would you stop wasting time? They want the sketch tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
They want to finish sketch by 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, that's how television works. They want it good, but they want it fast.
We never wrote a sketch in less than 3 weeks. And we only wrote one sketch. And we never even finished it. Maybe we're not ready for CBS yet.
Do you want me to call them up and tell them that? Once that kind of thing gets around, you're through at all the networks.
You mean CBS is gonna call up ABC and NBC and tell them that 2 kids auditioning from Brighton Beach can't be depended on?
Maybe. Do you want to take that chance?
You actually believe that our names are gonna come up in a meeting at ABC, NBC, and CBS? We're not even writers yet. You sell boys' clothing at Gimbel's. I work in a stockroom. Our names don't even come up where we work.
Where's your confidence? If you don't have confidence, I'll always be in boys' clothing, and you'll always be in the stockroom.
Why? Your career doesn't depend on my confidence.
Yes, it does. We're a team. I need you. You need me. You have a great comic mind. I'm one of the best idea men in the business.
Who said? We sold 3 comedy monologues to a guy who plays weddings and bar mitzvahs.
Gene, I'm going to get us everything we've ever dreamed of. Isn't this what we talked about our whole lives? Now go get some sandwiches. I want to start working on some ideas.
Let me make us a couple of sandwiches. Don't touch that pot roast, it's gonna dry out.
Hello, Papa.
Who's that? Oh, Blanche. I didn't hear the limousine pull up.
It's not a limousine, Papa. It's just a plain Cadillac.
Like John D. Rockefeller is a plain businessman.
Blanche, why did you tell me you were coming? I could have made extra dinner.
Why? Who's eating it? Besides me.
I didn't come for dinner, Kate. I wanted to talk to Papa.
Well, you didn't have to come out in this weather. We have a phone now, too, you know.
Hi, Aunt Blanche.
Hi.
I'm having trouble with the pot roast.
What'd you do?
I didn't slice it right. I shredded it. It looks like shoelaces.
I told you to let me do it. What do I bother cooking for?
Mama's sick, Pop. The doctor tells me if I don't move her to Florida, he can't guarantee what'll happen.
I thought we had a bargain.
Not talking about Mama is not a bargain, Papa. It's a punishment. And I'm not leaving here tonight until we talk about her.
Who's stopping you? Take her to Florida. She'll outlive the palm trees, believe me.
Do you know what she says to me at night? The very last thing before she goes to bed, she says to me, "Why does that man hate me so much?" What do I answer her, Papa?
You don't, because she'll ask it again tomorrow. Her whole life is built around why I hate her so much. She sits on park benches and asks strange women why I hate her so much.
Why do you?
Who says I did? She did. I never said it. I have feelings for the woman. I always will have. But I can't live her kind of life. She knows that. I hope she lives another 50 years, wherever she wants. But these are my roots. I live most of my life here. This is where I want to die.
Sit over there. Don't touch my pot roast. Looks like it fell off a truck.
It would make all of us so happy to see the both of you living together in comfort for the rest of your lives.
Comfort doesn't make me happy. I don't need to live someplace where it's hot 12 months of the year. April to October is all the sun God meant us to have. To want more is a crime against those who have to do without. Read your Trotsky.
Don't make this political, Papa. This is not political.
Everything is political. The shoes on my feet are political. The bread on my plate is political, and that $3,000 coat on your back is political.
Mama's health is not political. Mama's love for you is not political. When you can't find a reasonable answer for something, you always turn to Trotsky for help.
You are angry with me because I won't live in your high-class apartment house where a month's rent would feed everybody on this block for a year. Because I won't go to your fancy Park Avenue doctor. Tell me, how much money did he get for telling your mother to move to Florida? I got friends who would have told her to move for nothing.
Why are you so angry with me? Because you were brought up to despise the rich? I didn't marry Saul because he was rich. I'm so used to not spending money, he had to teach me how to do it. But if he is loving enough to offer my parents the opportunity to live out their lives without worrying for the first time where the rent was coming from, what in God's name is wrong with it?
I can't leave here. Not now.
Not now. Then when?
Are you so blinded by your own life that you can't see what's happening to your sisters? Don't you know what's going on between her and Jack? He's getting ready to leave her. Tomorrow, next week, next month, who knows? He stays because he hasn't got the courage to go yet. But he's going. Trust me.
I don't believe that. Not Jack.
Not Jack, she says. A man gets older, he changes. He suddenly realizes he's only got a few years left to do what he thought he had a lifetime to do.
Jack loves Kate. He's always loved her.
Exactly. But at 55, he can overlook it.
Oh, God. Don't tell me this. This is the last thing I ever expected to hear.
You understand now why I can't leave this house? Stanley and Eugene are grown up. They'll be gone soon. Do you know what it'll be like for her to be alone? A woman who doesn't know a thing in this world except how to serve someone. If she can't get someone dinner, her life is over. You go ahead. Take your mother to Florida. But as long as I'm alive, I'll eat in this house.
Your dinner will be ready in a second, Grandpa. Mom's sewing the pot roast back together.
I love Kate. But I gotta take care of Mama first. If I bring her down to Florida, I can only stay a few weeks. She doesn't know anyone down there.
Oh,
Stay
that
with
is a-
her until the spring, until April.
When did your mother ever have trouble making friends? Within 2 weeks down there, she'd be running for mayor. If she gets sick, if she needs me, I'll come to her. That's it. This discussion is over.
Why do you and I have so much trouble understanding each other?
We understand each other. That's the trouble.
Sometimes, Papa, I don't think you approve of me. Sometimes I think you don't even like me very much.
I love my daughters all the same. But the one who's in trouble is the one that I help.
Why am I the only one in the family who wants to help Mama?
Because you're the only one who can afford it. Don't ask for too much, Blanche. When you live on Park Avenue, sympathy doesn't come with it.
Aunt Blanche is here. Shh. Trying to get Grandpa to move to Florida.
Shh!
Can't you just see him swimming in his overcoat and galoshes?
Will you shut up? I just had a great idea.
What is it?
I don't know. You knocked it out of my head.
Maybe I can knock it back in.
Are you crazy? You think this is all funny? You think this is a joke?
Yeah. Aren't we trying to be funny and write jokes?
No, not jokes. A sketch with characters, with an idea. You're purposely wasting time. You're sore you didn't get to meet Abe Burrows. Get out of here! Go to your room. I'll make it to Hollywood on my own, you hear me?
Fine. Give me a call from your hacienda, old sport.
I do want to write, but I hate writing with my brother. Your whole relationship gets in the way. Can you imagine Hamlet written by William and Harvey Shakespeare?
Come on, Pop. Dinner's on the table. You sure you can't stay, Blanche?
I told Mama we'd start to pack tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll call her later.
Papa, would you call Mama tomorrow and just say hello?
I've got a lot of meetings this week.
He'll call.
If I find the time.
He'll call.
I wish I could stay. I wish we had more time to talk. I'll call you tomorrow. Sometimes I miss this house so much. I miss how good we were to each other.
Blanche, I need to talk to you, not on the phone. Papa.
Oh, my God!
Is it pain? In your chest? Where are your pills? Take your pills.
All right.
His hands are cold as ice.
All right.
Try to breathe slowly. Deep breaths. Huh? You want to lie down?
I got dizzy for a second. I was hungry. But if you could wait forever for something to eat around here.
It's the climate. 2 blocks from the ocean in February. How do you keep the cold out of the house?
It's not the cold. It's not the climate. It's nerves. That's what it is.
How do you know it's not your heart? I haven't seen a doctor in over a year.
Heart attack, God gives you. Nerves you get from people who worry about you too much.
Is that meant for me, Papa?
It's meant for both of us. You learn not to pay attention. He doesn't
He
mean
can't
it.
stand the winters here any more than Mama can.
All right, Blanche. Leave it alone for
Why
now.
is it so hard for you to take anything from me? I'm afraid to kiss you when I see you. I know how uncomfortable it makes you. Why is that, Papa?
You ask too much of me. I am not an affectionate man. I don't trust affection. Sometimes people give it to you instead of the truth.
I see.
And what's the truth about me, Papa? Have I betrayed you because the man I married became wealthy?
That's enough, Blanche. Everybody has said enough.
No, let her say what she wants. She's a good girl, my Blanche. Only sometimes she forgets where she came from. Is it cold outside, Blanche? You bet your life it is. Is it hard on people who live out here? Ask them. They'll tell you. But they all can't escape, Blanche. They all don't get a ticket to Miami.
And my sin is that I can afford to buy you one.
There's no sin, Blanche. You're a generous woman. Even I can see that.
I can't take care of all the people out here. I didn't ask for all this. But I am not going to curse God because he gave me a kind and generous husband. And yes, a mink coat. I didn't ask for it. Some good it does me. It keeps the cold out, but it also stops my father from reaching out and holding me. I love you, Papa. And I'll accept whatever affection you can give me. But you're not going to stop me and Mama from giving you ours. We're women. We don't know any better. I'll talk to you, Kate.
There is so much material in this house. I don't even have to become a writer. If I could only get enough people to pay for seats in the living room.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, God, I hate it when you say, let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something. Are you serious about writing or not?
Yes.
If you're serious, I want to know how much. Just how serious are you about writing?
This much!
You don't give a damn about your craft, do you?
It's not a craft, Stanley. A craft is Indian rug weaving.
Listen, I don't think we can work together. I'm getting older. I don't have any more time to waste. I'll find somebody else.
How about Abe Burrows? He's probably waiting for you on the elevator.
No, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find somebody else. Somebody who has a bigger interest in his career than you.
Bigger than this?
What was it you wanted to tell Blanche that you won't tell me?
It's not about you, Pop.
It's about you. It's about me.
I know what we've been doing wrong.
We should have been born rich.
What's the essential ingredient in every good comedy sketch we've ever seen?
I don't know what.
Don't say what so fast. Think about it.
I've thought about it. I don't know.
You do know. We have talked about it. You're not using your head.
Stanley, I use my head, my neck, and my arms. I'm telling you, I don't know.
The ingredient in every good comedy sketch we've ever seen is conflict. Conflict. Remember? Remember the night we talked about it?
Yes.
When? When did we talk about it?
Tuesday, September 7th, 8:32 p.m.
All right. Now, what is the other ingredient in every good comedy sketch we've ever seen?
I don't know.
You do know. Think! What is the ingredient?
Salt, pepper, onions, and Tabasco sauce. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Damn you, you do know! It starts with a W.
With a W.
W.
Wanting to kill you?
Yes!
Yes, wanting to kill you is the other ingredient?
Wanting anything. In every comedy, even a drama, somebody has to want something and want it bad. He wants money. He wants a girl. He wants to get to Philadelphia. Now, when somebody tries to stop him from getting the money or the girl or getting to Philadelphia, that is conflict. Now, wanting plus conflict equals what?
God, please don't let me get this wrong. A job at CBS.
Right!
How do you know all this?
I watch all the comedy shows. I make notes. I figure it out, I think, scientifically.
So now that you know all this, you have an idea for a sketch?
No.
So what are you driving me crazy with ingredients for?
You know what you are? You are a naysayer. You say nay, nay, nay to everything. You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
I've got a headache. I'm gonna lie down. Wake me before 9 o'clock. I want to go to sleep early tonight.
Why don't we just sell to CBS whatever he says?
Would you stop moving around?
I've got it. I've got an idea.
Yeah? Well, what is it?
It's just the germ of an idea. It's not a full-blown disease yet.
Well, just tell it to me.
Okay, there's a guy and a girl. They're in bed together.
Who are they?
No one, just a guy and a girl.
I know, but what does he do? Is he a cop? An insurance salesman? A doctor? What?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Details are always better for a character. If he's a cop, maybe there's some police jokes in it.
Okay, he's a cop.
Okay.
Patrolman John J. Mahoney, 4th Precinct, 27th District of Manhattan. His partner is Vito Manganese.
All right. You're still pain in the butt.
Go on. Okay, so this cop is in bed with a girl. Maybe they're married.
Maybe they're married?
They're married. They had a wonderful wedding. 400 guests, catered by the Paramount
I
Caterers.
said all right. Go on.
You see me sleeping? You see me taking a nap? You see my headache going away?
I'm sorry, Greg.
We'll go downstairs. They're both in bed. She has a broken leg.
I like that.
He has chronic back trouble.
Even better. What time of year is it? Winter, spring, summer, fall, what?
Winter. 21 degrees. Winds 15 miles an hour. Barometer falling.
Did I ask you?
Go on.
Can't you work in your room?
We're keeping Grandpa up.
Your father will be home in a few minutes. I want to talk to him alone.
All right. Come on. We'll work in the cellar.
It's freezing in the cellar.
We'll set fire to our shoes. Will you stop complaining? All right, so it's winter, and they're both in bed.
It's 2 a.m. The window is open. And it's freezing in the room. She asks him to get up to close the window. So he rushes over in his pajamas. But the window is frozen. So he pushes down with all his might and slips his disc. He can't move. She can't move. The window is still open. They're both freezing. How did they close the window?
How?
I don't know. That's as far as I got. Do you like it?
I like some of it.
I only told you some of it. That's all there is some of it. What part don't you like?
The logic. Where's the logic?
What logic?
Why doesn't she call the doctor?
He's not in. He went to a Broadway show.
At 2 in the morning?
They stole his car in the parking lot.
She could call another doctor.
They're at a convention in Cleveland.
Every single doctor in New York?
She has frostbite on her fingers. She can't dial.
Too convenient.
It's just a comedy sketch. Why does it have to be so logical? We're not drawing plans for the Suez Canal.
Yes, we are. It's not funny if it's not believable.
Oh, you mean the Three Stooges are believable? Mo is 55 years old and sticks his fingers in his brother's eyes.
The Three Stooges? Is that the kind of comedy you want to write? That's for morons.
Really? Well, the morons made it to Hollywood, and the geniuses are becoming icicles in a Brighton Beach basement.
Still up?
I thought you might be hungry.
Oh, I had dinner at work. They had food sent in. We have to get the spring line out by next week.
I've got some tea heated up. Sit with me a few minutes.
Let me take a shower first. I'm all sweaty from the cutting room.
33 years, it's never bothered me before.
How are the boys?
Haven't seen them all night. They're busy writing. Stanley thinks he may be able to get something in television.
Television. 10 people in this country have a television. There's no money unless there's volume.
If he gets a good job, he wants to quit Gimbel's. Yesterday, he looked for an apartment in the city.
He's going to pay New York rent on a job with no future? He's got security at Gimbel's, for God's sake. What do either one of them know about show business?
That's what they want to do.
What you want to do and making a living are two different things. You don't keep a roof over your head doing what you want. You do what you have to do.
I'm not saying you're wrong. But if they don't try this now, when will they ever have the chance?
The chance at what? Who knows if they have any talent? Did you ever see anything they wrote?
Yeah, they read me something once. They were upset because I didn't laugh. They didn't tell me it was supposed to be funny.
It's crazy. It's not for them. I'll talk to Stanley tomorrow.
It's not your decision, Jack. They're grown boys. We don't need their money. It's only you, me, and Papa now.
You think I don't know what's on Stanley's mind? Actresses, showgirls. That's what he's after. And for that, he'll give up security and a future.
Not everyone's looking for showgirls, Jack.
Is he afraid of a little hard work, of putting in regular hours? I've done it for a lifetime. It hasn't killed me.
No, Jack, it hasn't killed you. The one thing I was always sorry about was that you never did something with your life that you enjoyed more.
I don't understand you. I've been a cutter for 33 years. Why do you bring up a thing like that for now?
Because you seem different to me now. For the first time, I see the unhappiness in your face. You look older to me, Jack.
I look older because I'm older.
That's not what I see. What I see is the disappointment in your eyes.
I'll shower and get a good night's sleep. It'll be gone in the morning.
I look every morning. It's never gone. Maybe it's me you're disappointed with.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about. You tell me, Jack.
Tell you what? You have something on your mind, then say it.
If I say what I'm thinking, you're liable to tell me what I don't want to hear.
Listen, Kate. I've had a long day. I'm tired. Whatever it is, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
I want to know what you're planning to do. I don't want to know who she is or what she's like. And I don't want to hear any lies. I just want tonight to be the end of it, and I'll never talk about it again, as God is my judge.
You think I'm carrying on with some woman? Where do you get such ideas from?
Two things a woman doesn't have to be told. When she's pregnant, and when her husband doesn't love her anymore. Maybe we've had enough years of loving each other, but I will not live out the rest of my life being humiliated.
Who's been talking to you? What lying bastards tell you such things? Nothing is going on. What's happening to us when we can't believe each other anymore?
Maybe it's the way you look at me when you say you're telling me the truth.
There is no other woman.
Why not?
What?
Why not? You're a healthy man. You're affectionate. You're as normal as anyone else. We haven't been together as man and wife since God knows when. So, if it isn't me, and you're swearing it's nobody else, I'm asking you, why not?
Kate, let's not get into this. I beg of you.
Don't beg me! And don't tell me how trusting we were. We passed all that when our children grew up. Now there's just you and me, Jack, and if I'm not good enough for you anymore, then tell me and get out! Get out, damn you! I will not be pointed at from windows as I walk down the street.
There's no other woman!
I don't care. Stop it anyway.
Look, I know I've changed. I know I'm different. I've lost feeling for everything. I get up in the morning, I go to bed at night. Why do I do it? I don't know my place anymore. I don't even lie very well. There was a woman about a year ago. I met her in a restaurant on 7th Avenue. She worked in a bank, a widow. Not all that attractive, but a refined woman. Spoke very well, better educated than I was. It was a year ago, Kate. It didn't last very long. I never thought it would, and it's over now. Now, if I hurt you, and God knows you have every right to be, I'm sorry, I apologize. But I'll be truthful with you. I told you because I couldn't carry the weight of all the guilt on my back anymore.
How old a woman?
Oh, don't get into that, Kate. Look, if you want to have your anger, throw something at me, but don't ask me questions about her. I mean, just tell me how we can get through this thing. But who she is and what she is isn't important anymore.
How old a woman?
God almighty. You won't be happy until you dig into it, will you? 44 or 45, I don't know. I never asked her.
What'd you talk about?
When?
That first day in the restaurant.
I don't remember. We just talked.
Must have been about something. The soup, the chicken, the fruit cup. How do these things get started, Jack? I never heard one before.
I don't know who you're trying to hurt more, Kate, you or me.
What'd you say in the restaurant, Jack?
Anything. Everything. We talked about politics, about the weather, about our jobs, our children.
Why her? After 33 years of marriage, why was she the one you picked?
Don't, Kate. Don't make me say nice things about
I
her.
want to know why this woman was the one.
Why this woman? Because she had an interest in life besides working in a bank or taking care of her house. To her, the world was bigger than that. She talked about books I never read, about places I never even knew existed. Because she asked me questions that I had to answer. Now, the things you're afraid to hear, I'm not going to tell you because they're true. But it didn't last as long as you think. And I know just once was enough to hurt. But I never ate in that restaurant again, and I have never once seen her again, as God is my judge.
This woman, this refined, educated woman, if I left you, would you go to her?
She wouldn't have me. She's content with her life the way it is.
If she would have you, would you go to her?
No.
Yeah, why not?
Because I know where I belong.
Here? Is this where you belong, Jack? In a house with a woman who hasn't read the right books? Who never traveled any further than the subway could take her? I take care of her house. I raised a family. But I don't know the questions to ask you. I'll make you feel things you never felt before. No, Jack. I don't think this is where you belong anymore.
If I felt that, I would have left last year.
You did leave. You never moved out, but you left.
I'm not moving out, Kate.
So, you stay with me because she won't have you. I got some bargain, didn't I, Jack?
So what do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Is that how it works? You have an affair and I'm left with the choice of forgetting about it or living alone the rest of my life? Boy, it's so simple for you, isn't it? Oh, I'm so angry. I'm so hurt by your selfishness. You break what was good between us and leave me to pick up the pieces. And still you continue to lie to me.
I told you everything.
I knew about that woman a year ago. I got a phone call from a friend. I won't even tell you who. What's going on with you and Jack, she said. Are you two still together? Who's this woman he's having lunch with every day, she asks me. I said, did you see them together? She said, no, but I heard. I said, don't believe what you hear, believe what you see. And I hung up on her. Did I do good, Jack? Did I defend my husband like a good wife? For a year I lived with that, praying to God it wasn't true. And hoping that if it was, it would go away. And God was good. No more phone calls. No more stories about Jack and his lunch partner. Until this morning. Guess who calls me? Guess who Jack was having lunch with in the same restaurant twice last week? Last year's lies don't hold up this year, Jack. This year you have to deal with them.
It's true, I saw her last week, but not because of what you're thinking.
When did you become interested in what I'm thinking? Sleep down here tonight, anywhere you want, but next to me.
She's just a friend now, Kate, that's all.
Is that what you tell her I am? Just a wife?
Her son was killed in an automobile accident. So I meet her for lunch and talk about anything else except the accident.
If you see her again, you take your things and move out of this house.
I slept with her before and you forgave me. Now I buy the woman lunch and offer her compassion, and for this you want to end the marriage?
I didn't expect to get through a lifetime without you touching another woman. But having feelings for her is something I can never forgive.
God answered our prayers, and we wrote the sketch that night, and CBS bought it. They didn't think we were ready for television yet, but they put it on the radio. The night it went on, I had the flu, and Stan had the willies. What we were worried about was not CBS, but about what Mom, Pop, and Grandpa would think.
9 minutes to 6. Pop's not home. All the nights in the world he's late. What's the matter with the radio?
You have to let it warm up first.
It never takes as long. No! 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 It's broken!
See?
Is that clear? Doesn't sound clear to me.
I hear it fine.
It's all the ice on the wires. I hate the winter.
Stanley, you're gonna get an ulcer. You were never this nervous at Gimbel's.
Because no one tuned in to listen to me selling boys' clothing. What are you doing? No fruit! No nuts! No food, Mom.
Why not?
You want a room full of people cracking walnuts? They'll never hear the show.
Oh, they can eat fruit. Bananas and oranges don't make noise. Stanley!
Where's Grandpa?
I don't know what to do about Eugene. I don't think he should come downstairs with the flu.
He'd be down here with leprosy. We'd pile up the pieces and put it in a chair next to the radio. You think he's gonna miss this? Grandpa! You up? Let's go! We're on the air!
We're in the air.
This is it, come on. Pop's not home yet. He's not? Okay, Grandpa, let's go. Gene and I are about to become capitalists.
Not got time to go to the bathroom.
No, we're on in 3 minutes.
You got today's paper?
The paper, we won't hear from you till Tuesday.
Didn't I just hear you in the bathroom a few minutes ago, Gramps?
Is that me? You're right. Forget it. I don't have to go.
Some audience we've got. A mother who doesn't talk to a father who isn't even home yet. And a grandfather who hasn't laughed since the stock market crashed. My hair hurts, my pajamas hurt.
You got 102.
Why did they waste years developing the thermometer?
You can make a fortune just feeling heads in hospitals.
Not there.
I got sick because I took my girlfriend Jody skating in Rockefeller Center and came home with 103 fever. Jewish guys are never good at sports played between November and April.
Grandpa, please.
So, what kind of a story is this?
It's not a story, it's a variety show. It's music and sketches and monologues.
Why? Because they have nothing to say?
It's not supposed to say anything.
There's nothing to say? With 3/4 of the world in economic slavery?
They don't want sketches on economic slavery, Grandpa. They're looking for laughs, not an uprising.
It's all right. We can all use a good laugh these days.
Jeez, it's almost on, and he's not home.
How about some grapes, Stanley? You can suck on grapes.
Nobody wants anything.
My ears are closing up. I hope I can hear.
Aunt Blanche has all her friends listening. Grandma's told everyone in Miami. All of Brighton Beach is tuned in.
Please, God, don't let us be humiliated.
Shh, shh, shh. Here it comes. This is it.
Good luck, Stan.
This is the beginning, kid.
Featuring Fred C. Sherman, Grace Dooley, John Dunninger, Don Paloma, Sarah McLaren, Dick Ambrose, and his Waldorf Astoria Orchestra. Guest star, Pepito, the only Spanish-speaking dog in the English-speaking world.
They have a Spanish-speaking dog?
Wait till you hear him. He's hysterical.
He could bark C. Whatever you ask him, he says C.
Why didn't they say your names?
At the end of the program.
Shh,
it's on again.
Get your head away from there, Stanley. You'll go deaf.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of nervous, this being my first big-time New York program. I'm from Decatur, Illinois, and Decatur's kind of a small town. Some guys drove through town and threw a snowball at us, and we were shoveling it out for a week.
Did that really happen?
No, Ma. It's just a joke.
Only in America.
He said
This man
today
makes a
he
living.
knows the average family in Decatur has about 2.5 children. Most families prefer to have 2 girls and half a boy. The reason being that with a half a girl, you still got to buy the whole dress. But with a half a boy, you only got to buy the pants.
Boy, they...
I'll be right back when I make my first tour through New York City.
That's ours? Ours is next?
Family of Coney Island, Brooklyn,
Bob!
New York.
Bob! You just made it. You're just in time. Our sketch is next. Come on.
I'm sorry I'm late. I couldn't help it.
That's all right, Pop. You timed it right on the button.
Sit here, Bob. Next to the set.
3 trains were frozen to the tracks. It's some mess out there.
The comedian's name is Chubby Waters.
He's about to visit the Pitkin family from Coney Island. That's ours.
Does he want any tea?
Tell her no, thanks.
Being half a person, Mr. Charles Chubby Waters walks under the turnstile and rides out to Coney Island. He gets off and rings the bell of Mr. and Mrs. Morris Pitkin.
That's sound effects.
Yes?
How do you do? My name is Chubby Waters. May I ask, have you ever heard of me?
Not that I heard of.
Well, I'm a radio comedian, and I'm trying to familiarize myself with New Yorkers. And I wondered if I could come in and say hello to your family.
Why? My family doesn't say hello to my family. All right, don't mind the smell in the kitchen. I'm cooking dinner. Not that anyone ever eats it.
What a pretty house. I like your furniture. What style would you call it?
Sacrifice. That's what you have to do to get it.
She reminds me of someone. I can't think who.
Is that a new rug?
Where?
That thing rolled up in the corner.
No, that's my father.
He sleeps on the floor.
On the floor, on the table, in a closet, standing up, wherever he's tired.
Is it possible to meet your husband?
Sure, do what I do. Write in for an appointment. He's in here, but be quiet. He's working.
What does he do?
He's in ladies' pajamas.
Well, how do you feel about your husband being in ladies' pajamas?
That's the sacrifice I had to make to get the furniture.
Although we got big laughs on the show, we came up real short in the living room at Brighton Beach. The 30 minutes went by about as quickly as the Middle Ages. Finally, our agony was over.
Directed by Todd Allen and written by Michael Solomon, Larry Shapiro, Frank Conley, Donald Price, and Stanley and Eugene Gerard.
Jerome!
This is Ted Fontaine asking you to join us again
You
next
couldn't even remember Jerome? You stupid idiot. Gerard doesn't even sound like Jerome. I'm calling a lawyer.
It was a great audience, though, wasn't it?
Well, I liked it. It was lively. The actors were very good. They remembered all their lines.
It was radio, Ma. They read from their scripts.
But did you really like it, Ma?
Oh, well, there were so many funny lines, and they came so fast, I couldn't find a place to laugh. Next time, make it slower.
Where are you going?
Next door to Mrs. Slutsky's. I have to get some honey for this one's tea.
I could go. It's icy out there.
You have a date in half an hour, don't you? It's worth it to me to catch a cold to see you get married. I'm so proud of both of you.
Well, I'm gonna finish my nap.
You didn't like it, I can tell.
I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. For me, that's not bad.
What's wrong with it?
For me, comedy has to have a point. What was the point to this?
To make people laugh.
That's not a point. To make people aware, that's a point. To educate is a point. To open their eyes is a point. I like points. But I like the Spanish talking dog. See? He didn't make any points, but he made me laugh. See? That was funny. You understand?
See. So, what did you think, Pop?
To tell you the truth, I had a hard time listening to it.
Why?
That was us you were writing about tonight, wasn't it?
No, not really.
Not really? You don't think you made fun of this family tonight?
No. It wasn't this family. It's all the people we know out here.
The woman says, my family doesn't say hello to my family. If that wasn't your mother, who was it?
That's every mother who lives out here. They all talk like that.
All the people in this neighborhood know that your grandfather falls asleep on buses, on trains, in the library. So you have a grandfather on the show who falls asleep on the floor. You're not ashamed to put a thing like that on the radio?
He heard it. He never said a word. He didn't think it was him.
It doesn't matter what he thought. You don't poke fun of your own grandfather for the whole world to hear.
We didn't. We love Grandpa.
And what about her husband? What do you say about him on the radio?
Nothing.
Nothing? What does the woman tell us her husband does for a living?
He's in ladies' pajamas.
And I'm in ladies' raincoats, right?
Pajamas just sounded funny. It was a joke, that's all.
Are you going to pretend to me that you don't know what's going on between your mother and me?
In a house with walls like this, you can't help hearing things.
So what do you think happens when the people in this neighborhood hear a program where the woman tells us her husband's in ladies' pajamas? And they know what that means. They understand the innuendo. When they hear that, what are they thinking when they know that the two sons of the man in ladies' pajamas wrote the program? There's only one thing people like better than gossip, and that's filth. And that's what those people heard on the radio tonight.
What are you talking about? That's crazy.
I will never forgive either one of you for ridiculing me in front of my neighbors, in front of friends, in front of strangers. Strangers, you'll never know how many people I called to tell them to turn on the program because I was so proud of my two sons. Well, that's a mistake I won't make again.
You may have been proud to them, but you never encouraged us. If up to you, I'd still be selling boys' clothing.
After what I heard tonight, I wish to God you were.
Stop it, Stan! Cut it out!
I'm sorry you feel this way, Pop. We both are. We never thought about you and Mom when we were writing this sketch, I swear.
You know what I thought when I heard it? I thought it was your way of getting back at me for hurting your mother. Is that so impossible to imagine?
No. Not so impossible.
Because let me tell you something. No matter what you may have heard about this woman, you will never find a kinder, more decent human being on this earth. You hear me?
Go to hell.
What did you say?
I said go to hell! He didn't mean it.
What did you say? You dare to talk to me that way?
I don't care if she's Joan of Arc. That's still my mother we're talking about. Go do whatever you damn please, Pop. Don't blame Gene and me of humiliating you when you're the one who's been humiliating us. You're so guilty for what you've done. You're accusing everyone of betraying you. All my life, you taught me things like dignity and principles. And I believe them. I still do, I guess, but what kind of principles does a man have when he tells his sons that the woman he's seeing on the side is a wonderful, decent human being?
You've grown up too fast, or I've outlived my place in this house.
How could you talk to him like that?
He's your own father. Screw you, Eugene. What are you taking his side for? What are you going to do, buy the woman a Mother's Day gift? It's time to move. This is no place for us. We've been waiting for a chance to leave, and now we can afford it.
Stan, when we were writing the sketch, did you think we were writing about Mom and Pop?
No, it's like you said. It's everybody we know out here. Joe Panatti's grandfather once fell asleep in his oatmeal. He almost suffocated.
I did.
I thought it was Mom and Pop and Grandpa. They were the ones I was writing about. Okay, so it was a little bit of them, too. I should have had a fight with them, only I didn't know I was so angry. It's like there's this part of me that's this nice, likable, funny kid. And then there's the other part, the part that writes. That's an angry, hostile, mean bastard.
Well, you better make friends with the bastard, because he's the one who's going to make you a big living.
Where's everyone? I'd leave for a minute and everyone's gone.
I'm still here, Ma.
Sit down, I'll make you a cup of tea.
I felt terrible that I had hurt my father and that my father hurt Stan. But mostly I felt bad for my mother, because suddenly, the men in her life were thinking of leaving.
I never see you stop working. I never see you sit down. When Stan and I are making money, we're gonna get you a maid.
A maid in Brighton Beach? People would pay admission to come over and watch her work. Get off that table. Are you crazy sitting on my dining room table?
I didn't leave any marks.
Marks I can clean off, but I never want to see you show disrespect for this table.
I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, table. I apologize. Is it so expensive?
My grandfather made this table with his own hands for my grandmother. 52 years she had this table. When I was a little girl, I'd go to her house and she'd let me help her polish it. I was closer to her than my own mother. Was that a terrible thing to say?
Not if that's how you felt.
When she died, she left a will. She gave away jewelry, dresses, even a little cash. But she knew what I wanted. The table you eat on means everything. It's the one time of the day when the family's all together. This is where you share things. People who eat out all the time don't get to be a family. And when I'm gone, and you and your Jody get married, this will be your table.
What was your grandmother like?
Tiny. Little bit of a thing. All the women were small in those days. When I was 9 years old, I was bigger than she was. My grandfather had to pick her up to see the Statue of Liberty.
That must have been some day.
That's what they dreamed of all their life, to get to America. And when they saw that statue, they all started to cry. The women were wailing, the men were shaking, everybody praying. And you know why?
Because they were free.
Because they took one look at that statue and said, that's not a Jewish woman, we're gonna have problems again. When my grandfather saw the statue, he said, it's too big. I should have made a small one, given the money to people who needed it.
If your whole family were socialists, how come you're not?
Not the whole family, only the men. A man doesn't fight for political causes on an empty stomach.
But you vote. You voted for President Roosevelt.
I liked his face. I trusted him. He had polio, and I figured a man who walked on crutches wasn't out to take advantage of poor people.
You amaze me sometimes.
And I like Harry Truman. Him I trust, too.
Why?
Because he walks everywhere. 7 o'clock in the morning, he's out walking the streets. He was a haberdasher, did you know that? And a man who has to get up early in the winter to open a store knows what it's like to be a working man. All right. That's enough. I want you in bed.
I will, in a few minutes. First, tell me about George Raft.
Oh, you heard it 100 times.
I know, but every time you tell it, it gets a little better.
Then you'll go to bed?
I swear.
Sit down. The night I danced with him, I committed a sin. I knew God was going to punish me for it, and he did. You pay for your mistakes in this world.
What sin did you commit?
The day before I was going to the Primrose, my Aunt Francie died. The next day, we all went to the funeral, and that night, we all sat at my grandmother's house to sit in mourning. But I knew that was the night that George Raft was coming to the Primrose. He was a friend of the owner's. He promised he would come. I never dreamed he'd dance with me. I just wanted to watch him. But in the back of my head, I thought, if he sees me dance, who knows? He wasn't even an actor then. Just a skinny kid who looked like Rudolph Valentino, but the best ballroom dancer in New York. And to dance with him made you queen of the city.
Did he flip a coin like he did in the movies?
Never. But he always smoothed down his hair with his right hand. Every 2 minutes, smoothing his hair down. It got so shiny you could see your face in it when you danced with him.
So you went to the dance that night?
I told my mother I wasn't feeling well. She sent me home. I knew she and Papa wouldn't get home till midnight. So I ran home, changed my dress, and went to the Primrose with my friend, Adele Abrams. And all the time I knew God was going to punish me for it. I kept saying to Adele on the way over, I wish I was Catholic. Then I could go to church, confess my sins, and God would forgive me. But I knew I just committed another sin by wishing I was Catholic. I was throwing my whole life away for this one night to see George Raft.
Did you have a crush on him?
On George Raft? You think I'm crazy? He was Italian. I was in enough trouble already. He wasn't my type anyway. Your father was the one I had to crush on. Since I was 13 years old. And in those days, young people didn't tell each other when they had crushes on them. You had to guess. You sent messages with your eyes, your face, how you walked by them.
How did you walk by them?
Not too much. Not too little. He was a hard one to figure out. Was never a show-off. Didn't smile a lot. He was what he was. But to get a smile out of Jack your own way, you knew you had to earn it. It cost him plenty. The smilers got to be the salesmen, the smilers got to be the bosses, the smilers got all the girls. He paid the price for not being a phony. But I wanted to impress him. That's why I went to the Primrose that night. I thought if Jack Jerome heard that I danced with George Raft, maybe I could get him to notice me.
This is a movie, Ma, and one day I'm gonna write it.
And then I got scared. It was 10 minutes after 11. He still didn't show up. And if I wasn't home by midnight, my parents would walk in and find out I was lying to them. And with my mother, I didn't need God to punish me.
12 o'clock, Cinderella. This story has everything.
And then, at 20 after 11, he walks in. Like the King of Spain. My heart was beating louder than the drummer in the band. He had 2 friends with him, one on each side. Like bodyguards. And I noticed there was something bulging in their pockets. I said to myself, they're either guns or more jars of grease for his hair.
Mystery, intrigue, laughs. What a picture. So he walks in.
And I know I haven't got much time. So I grab Bobby Zaghetti, a shoe clerk, but the best dancer at the Primrose. And I say, Bobby, dance with me. I knew he had a crush on me, and I never gave him a tumble before. He didn't know what hit him. So out on the floor we go. And we foxtrotted from one side of that ballroom and back, in and out, bobbing and weaving, through the crowd, gliding across the floor like a pair of ice skaters.
Begin the begin. Night and day. That's what I would use in this picture.
Anyway, music finishes. Bobby dips me down to the floor. A little bit lower than a nice girl should dip, but I figure one more sin wouldn't kill me. So I walk over to Adele, and I'm dripping with perspiration. And I say, well, did he watch me? She said, it's hard to tell. His eyes don't move. And I look over at his table, and she's right. His eyes don't move. So here it is, 25 to 12, and he's never even noticed me. So I say to myself, it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And Adele and I start for the door.
The tension mounts. The audience is on the edge of their seats.
And as we pass their table, George Raft stands up and says, excuse me. And he's looking right at Adele Abrams. And he says, could I ask you a question, please?
Adele? He's talking to Adele Abrams?
And he says, I wonder if your friend would care to dance with me. And she says, you want me to ask her? And he says, please. I'm a little shy.
I don't believe George Raft said I'm shy.
So she comes back and she asks me. And I look at him. And he smiles at me. And his eyes move for the first time. So I walk over to him. And he takes my hand and leads me out onto the floor. Everyone in the Primrose is watching. Even the band. Somebody had to whisper, start playing. So, they started to play. And we danced around that room. And I held my head high and my back straight as a board. And I looked down at the floor and up at the ceiling. Never in his eyes. I saw a professional do that once. God, his hands were so gentle. Hardly touching me at all. But I knew exactly when he wanted me to move, which way he wanted me to turn.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Where you going? What are you
I
doing?
want you to show me how you danced.
Show you how I danced 35 years ago? I don't even walk like I did 35 years ago.
Come on, you dance every year with Pop at the garment industry affair. Just show me how you dance with George Raft.
They dance differently now. They don't even do the same steps anymore.
Not a whole dance. 2 steps, 1 turn. There. Listen. Perfect music. So he moved you gently across the floor.
Stop it, Eugene. I'm not in the mood.
Come on, I'll dance with you. I'm George Raft. Everybody's watching. Don't let them down, Mom.
Don't push. Just with your fingertips. Now turn me.
How?
Just let go.
You're so graceful, Mom. I never knew you were so graceful. Look, there's Adele Abrams. Adele, she's wonderful.
Outdid me. Not too low.
Then it was over.
Work for our trombonist. Good going.
And then what did he say to you?
He said, thank you, it was my pleasure. And he walked away.
He didn't ask you for your name?
I didn't ask for his. Why should he ask for mine? I'm exhausted. I don't know how I let you get me to do such things.
Because you liked it. Why'd you always stop doing the things that make you feel good?
What's the matter? Raising you and Stanley didn't make me feel good?
There's other things besides raising a family, man.
Yeah, so I've heard. All right, I want you in bed. And no back talk.
You didn't finish the story. Did you get home before 12?
No. The trolleys were running late. I came in almost 12:30.
What'd your mom and pop say?
They didn't know. They decided to sleep over at her sister's house. But in 2 days, the news was all over the neighborhood. People were congratulating my mother. They treated her as if her daughter were a movie star. She was angry with me, but she knew she couldn't say anything. And when I saw my grandmother, she winked, squeezed my hand, and said, I know, darling. I know. Now do you believe I danced with George Raft?
Yeah, I believe you.
Never ask me that question again. I haven't got the strength anymore.
I think what you did that night was great. And you didn't get caught, so God didn't punish you. The movie has a happy ending.
The movie isn't over yet.
I'll be honest about one thing. Dancing with my mother was very scary. Holding her like that and seeing her smile was too intimate for me to enjoy. It was meant for my father, not for me. Intimacy was a complex thing, and you had to be careful who you shared it with.
When did you pack your bags, Jack?
Friday night when she was out shopping.
Did you tell Kate that you're leaving?
I'll call her in a few days. Right now, I'd say all the wrong things.
You mean in a few days you'll say all the right things?
No, I wouldn't know how.
So who tells her? Me? You'll have to pay me, Jack. I get top dollar for telling my daughter that her husband's walked out on her.
This has been coming for a long time, Ben. She'll be angry when I leave, but she won't be surprised.
You're making a mistake, Jack. This thing with the other woman, it won't last. I know, because I've had enough other women in my life. Have your affair until it's over. But don't break up something that'll last you the rest of your life.
You think this is an affair? I don't even sleep with the woman. She's sick. She won't last another 5, 6 months, maybe not even that.
Maybe you think that's a noble gesture. But to me, it stinks.
Come on, Ben, don't be so damn hypocritical. You've got a 72-year-old wife living alone in Florida that you haven't been interested in the last 20 years. Now, where is it written that a man must love the same woman until he dies?
In the marriage vow he took.
If I took it, you took it too.
True. I am a hypocrite. An old one. My mistress is my privacy. I'm being unfaithful with a room upstairs that lets me do what I want. I'm having an affair with peace and quiet.
I'm 55 years old, Ben. I'm not ready for a room yet. I have nothing left for me here. And there's only one thing waiting for me out there. Something else.
Sit down. I'll make your eggs.
Why can't I make them myself? It's Sunday. Take a day off.
And do what?
I heard you and Jean dancing last night. I'd forgotten all about your grandmother having given you the dining room table.
You forget a lot of things, Pop.
Some boys you got, Kate. You raised them good, believe me.
You think I don't know he's gone? You think I wasn't expecting it?
I didn't know how to say it.
Right here's good. Thanks for the ride, Paulie. Hey, Gene! Gene! You up there?
No!
Come on!
In here?
I have such good news.
Better be good news to interrupt cabbage soup.
What's up?
Remember I once told you have to have faith in me? Remember I said I was gonna make this family proud of me? Do you remember when I said that?
October 5th, 1946. We were having lamb chops for dinner.
He remembers lamb chops?
What is it, for God's sake? What happened?
We got the Phil Silver show. Television. Gene, me, and 2 other writers. We get $200 a week. A piece. A piece! Do you know how much money that is?
It's $200 a week apiece. What is that? Hard to figure out?
I can't believe it.
Gene and I are moving next week. I signed the lease today, but I found another place. It's 2 blocks away from us. It's perfect for you and Grandpa.
Me? Live in New York? Forget it. They don't even know who the hell Trotsky is.
What would I do in the city? What do I know there?
You know Aunt Blanche. You'll make new friends.
I like my old friends. I like the stores here. Butchers don't cheat you out.
I just want to make you happy, Mom.
Did you call the movers yet?
No, we're not taking any furniture. We're getting all new stuff.
You don't want your bed? Your bureau? Your father and I bought them new at Carlson's.
It was 25 years ago, Mom.
All right, you don't want them. Leave them. Maybe your children will want them.
Gene's children. I'm not ready for marriage yet.
Well, get ready. If I don't get grandchildren, what did I need children for?
Come on, upstairs. We got things to talk about. Got other news, too. I saw Pop today. He was waiting for me outside CBS.
No kidding. How is he?
That lady you were seeing, Audrey. Took her to the hospital yesterday. He said she went less out the week.
That's too bad. You think he'll come back to Mom?
No. I asked him. He said I can never go back to that house. Besides, she would never take me back, he says.
Why are they doing this to each other, Stan?
I don't know. Maybe he explains it all in his letters. One for you, one for me.
What's in it?
I don't know.
You didn't read yours?
He doesn't want us to. Not yet.
Well, when can we read them?
After he dies.
After he dies?
Made me promise him we just have to wait.
Suppose he lives to be 90. They'll turn yellow. We'll never be able to read them.
They're probably letters of apology explaining why he did what he did.
By then, I'll be middle-aged. I'd forget what the problem was.
Maybe the letters say he'll never forgive us for writing that show.
You gonna wait till he dies to read yours?
I'm gonna try. What about you?
Suppose I die before him. Does he get his letter back?
You're funny, Gene. You've got a wonderfully inventive mind, but sometimes it lacks respect.
He didn't apologize, and he wasn't mad at Stan and me for what we wrote. He just wanted me to understand his side of the story. Only, he never said what his side was. Contrary to popular belief, everything in life doesn't come to a clear-cut conclusion. The following Monday was our last day in Brighton Beach.
You almost ready?
Yeah. Hey, Stan. Did you read Pop's letter yet?
I said I wasn't. Did you?
No. I guess I lied because I was angry at Pop's letter. I knew I'd always love him, but I was still sore at him for leaving Mom. I thought about sending him a Father's Day gift and printing on it, never, ever to be opened.
Let's go. Where's Mom?
In the kitchen, baking you 2 years' worth of cookies.
Remember your promise, Gramps. You're gonna come to the studio to watch the first show.
What for? I'm not gonna laugh.
Yes, you are. We're gonna have a talking dog named Trotsky. He barks in Russian. Nyet, nyet.
You still like to kid me, you two. You think I never knew when you were kidding me? Let me tell you something. When you were kidding me, I was kidding you twice as much.
Yes, Stanley. Don't jiggle the box too much. Makes crumbs.
How much should we ask for him? We're gonna sell them on the train.
No train. Today is a taxi day. I already called.
Don't you let any of my friends see you taking a taxi.
Am I gonna get a hug from you, Grandpa?
A hug yet? You really want to humiliate me, don't you?
No. I just want to say goodbye.
I suppose I'm going to get the same thing from you, huh?
No. I want to kiss you on the lips outside. We'll have to steam us apart.
Hey, Broadway mama. Step right into these arms.
Yesterday he was a writer. Today he's Clark Gable.
I just want to say one thing, Ma.
Don't say anything. You know me, I don't deal with these things too good.
It's not that horrible, and it's quick. I love you. Okay, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Okay, come on, let's go. We're not moving to Budapest. We got a party at 4 o'clock.
What party?
At CBS. Do you realize the gorgeous women we're gonna meet today?
Stanley! He's got Jody. You leave him alone.
I was kidding, Ma. I won't let a single beautiful showgirl get near him. And Grandpa, just so you know, I always knew when you were kidding back.
I knew when you knew.
Come on, Gene, it's freezing.
I knew no matter how many times I came back, this would never be home again. Mom and Pop split up for good and never got back together. He married about 2 years later to a pretty nice woman. Mom would really be hurt if she heard me say that, but the truth is the truth. Grandpa found it rough going in his 77th year and finally surrendered to capitalism and Miami Beach. Jody and I got married and had 2 little girls. And when they were 5 and 6, they came over to help Grandma wax the table. Mom didn't do anything very exciting with her life, except bask in the joy of her son's success. But I never got the feeling she sacrificed herself for us. Whatever Mom gave, she found her own quiet pleasure in. She was never comfortable with words like, I love you. A hard life can sometimes knock the sentiment out of you. But all in all, she considers herself a pretty lucky woman. After all, she did once dance with George Raft.